Hello, the cynical one. How you doing? Just give me a second. I'm sharing out my stuff. Okay, now I can focus. Now I can focus. How you doing? How you doing? It's 5 people in the room. I don't expect a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some big hitters on and whatnot. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the people in the clouds and maybe you, the cynical one. I don't know if you're aware, but Dusty Nuts may be coming home. He may be coming home. See, and this is the thing. This is what I said in the beginning. Oh, I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I was telling people in the beginning, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when you're doing the law, you have to cross your T's and dot your I's. Sis, I miss you. How you been? But yeah, like, you gotta do everything to the letter, right? So, and it's kind of ironic because Easter is coming up, and the fool said he was coming home or something about to happen on Easter. So it's a little crazy. It's a little weird, but yeah. Um, I don't even have to say allegedly on this one because this was on the news, on the Georgia news. The lawyer, right, that proceeded over Nature Boy's case, she's a whole racist, y'all. Hey, Kabbalah, she's a whole racist, people. She is on Beyonce's internet acting a fool. And I know y'all like, Cola, what you mean she on Beyonce internet acting a fool? What I mean is the lady done went on Twitter, Instagram, all those social media networks, and not trying to be funny. I didn't know judges be on their social media networks. I guess maybe it's different in Georgia, but in New York, you're not gonna find nobody's judge nowhere. And if you are, it's like they're promoting themselves for something or putting some type of legal stuff up there. They're not telling you their personal feelings. You understand? Why was she talking disparagingly about a Gaza mother? Because we all know what's going on with Israel and Palestine. And I'm sorry, it's messed up with what's going on, right? How can you say some horrible things about a mother losing their child? Did you hear me? Because the lady is Gaza. I guess by the judging of her last name, I guess she's Jewish. So I guess, but even if that's how you feel, it's just like how we said with Nature Boy, even if you didn't feel like you did anything, you needed to pretend in the moment. Girl, you a judge and you acting a nut. Acting a nut. And then you know what I'm saying? Fufu, okay, you doing good, Fufu, but this is the problem. You said you don't want to work because I was watching Saneter's interview and stuff, and her and Zoca, listen, for now on, when y'all do interviews, Zoca can't be on nobody interview because Zoca's unhinged. I'm sorry. Zoca is too deep in the black exploitation that she can't get the fuck out. So Fufu, if y'all doing shit for now on, listen, just do it by yourself. Not trying to be funny, but you'll have a better outcome, and people won't think y'all as crazy as what the fuck I thought and saw over there on Sona's interview. Okay. Zoca was out of her fucking mind. And then Zoca, you got a whole warrant. Like, you need to be sitting in the corner somewhere. Then Malia wasn't on there. So anytime Malia is not around, it's question marks. I don't know if y'all hiding her from bruising. I don't know if she's swelled up because I told y'all she got health situations that she don't be taking care of. I don't know what's going on. So it's always a question mark if Malia is not the queen on the scene. Okay, now back to the judge and the whole Nature Boy case, right? Now, the paperwork has been put out by Fufu. Finally, Fufu did some homework that we can give a fuck. Well, I can give a fuck about. I'm not even gonna hold you because she did her work this time. But this judge, right? This is how crazy this judge lady was, or is, or whatever. Come to find out, like, she kept shooting Dusty Nuts bail down. No bail, no bail, no bail, right? Now I ain't doing that because I ain't getting struck. So y'all free to go over and come back. I don't play with people on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? People I don't know. I don't play like that. I'm sorry. But you're more than welcome to red ball back and then come on back however you want to do it. I'm just giving what I saw. You know? But she was giving out bail to freaking Edos. Edos. Messing with children. People messing with children was getting bail. People that was unalive and people murderers were getting bail. Why the hell this nut job couldn't get no bail? No, I'm just being for real now at this point because I didn't know all of this ish. You get what I'm saying? I thought this lady was really on her legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like you clearly, when you have it out for people, yeah, you show it. You know what I'm saying, with your little judge stuff. And this is what I said in the beginning. We can't rush to want somebody's justice and all this other stuff and just rush and not cross the T's and dot the I's. Because when you don't cross the T's and dot the I's, that's how the fuck people get appeals. Even though, like I said in the live last night, everything that he's been doing since he's been sentenced has been written down. Hey, Nikki sis, so it will be brought up. You get what I'm saying? But it's not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good. And then Fufu, like, you gotta stop the gangster shit. Cause like she's like, oh, you know, what is people gonna do? Well, I always said what I fucking said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe what I believe, but he still's not shit. You know what I'm saying? He still did great, folks. You know, y'all could act like this with Saturday Night Live cult behavior and skits. You can say all that stuff that y'all want to say. We know the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it was that one. You know what I'm saying? So don't get happy. Like, if he does get let out, don't do your praise dance yet, because, for instance, Brianna could come back and file a charge. You know what I'm saying? And what she did in that courtroom is part of proof, because that's somebody we know for a fact that he raped. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all be getting great, but like I said, you need a victim to a crime. Y'all don't think it's great, so I can't. We know y'all not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama, it's a whole slew of people and people that we don't know about, that, you know, people that y'all was dating. Y'all, I know the people that was on Beagle that y'all was meeting up with, and they just mysteriously disappeared. They just disappeared. I don't know if they came back with positive test results on stuff. I don't know what happened, but they disappeared. One of them even was threatening to call to not call the cops, but to sue me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you over there get down in the bathroom that day and getting filmed. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I said, everything to do with you and the people you was with. But anyway, these people disappeared. So don't get too excited about him getting free, because you have to keep in mind, your boyfriend or whatever y'all want to call him, your daddy, he was doing a lot of crime and recording it. So there's a whole slew of things and people that can just throw things in the mix. We got Mama Dia. You don't know. Maybe Mama Dia's children or child got a little courage about her since all this stuff happened, and she may want to press charges about her mama. So don't be singing the praises and talking about, oh, everybody better keep the same energy. Cola James is going to keep the same energy. He's always going to be a fuck nigga to me. He's always going to be a fuck nigga to me. Now, like I said, I don't believe that the victim is the victim. And I said that from the beginning, but that does not negate who the hell he really is. It's just niggas missed on that one. So don't get your tambourine yet, Fufu. You know what I'm saying? And Fufu, this is real shit, right? Real shit, Fufu. You need to go back to school and study law. You really do. You could have probably done a better job than Booker did. Okay? You really could have. You could be doing something with that brain instead of using it for evil. You're not a dummy. Zoca, I used to think she was so intelligent. Zoca brain is fried at this point, so I don't got nothing to say with Zoca, because it's too much jive turkey shit for me. You understand? You're 20-something years old. You shouldn't even have that vernacular. You shouldn't even be able to be like, your jive turkey, the honker keeping the brothers down. Like, we don't want to hear that from those 20-something year old people. That's above your pay grade. It's above your pay grade. Hey, Muya, tell me how you doing? It's above your pay grade, and it looks crazy. Zoca was on Saneter's interview, nutting the fuck out. I need y'all really to go back and watch that interview. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, because it's a lot of gems. It's a lot of gems. And if you look at Fufu face, Fufu, you be knowing Zoca fried. You know Zoca fried, but you scared of Zoca. So Zoca probably was like, no, bitch, I'm getting on this interview. You probably told her to stand back because you know she got a warrant and stuff, and you trying to look out for her better good. You know, I get it, but you scared. So she probably like, no, I'm gonna speak for my poppy. I'm gonna speak this Negro spiritual, and they gonna feel it in their soul. I'm gonna take them back to slavery. You understand? She don't need to be on nobody interview. It's given very much on drugs. It's given very much mental health. It's given very much go to the psych ward. It's given very much go sit down somewhere because you're fucking it up. And you can tell when Zoca got to talk, started talking, the shit went to left. The shit was kind of going okay with Fufu just doing most of the talking. But when Zoca tagged in, yo, Fufu's eyes got so big and frozen in the camera. You could tell, I could tell what she was thinking. She like, Zoca, you fucking this shit up. What the fuck is she doing? I done did all this Google work. I done looked up all this fucking shit. I got this interview together. I done put this together. And this bitch is ruining it. But she couldn't say nothing. She couldn't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta be fake sisterly. So she couldn't say how she felt. She had to just let it go. Cause Zoca is the enforcer. Zoca is the hand. Zoca's been whooping her ass. And she ain't want that. Let me read these comments real quick. Zoca gone, says Zoca gone, Miss Boy. She's flew off the deep end. She's off the deep end, under the ground, in the earth's core. She gone. And that's what he is. And this is the sad thing, Kabbalah. This is the sad reality, right? Fufu, you did all that work. Kudos to you. But I could bet money. I'll bet y'all. I ain't gonna bet too much. I'll bet you $25 in Cash App, right? The day he comes home, right? I give it 2 weeks. Y'all getting kicked the fuck out. Y'all not gonna be on the thrones doing a goddamn thing. And I'll give it to you. I swear to God, I will give you $25 if y'all are still around. No, excuse me. Let me lengthen it a little bit because he got to get acclimated back to society. 30 days. 30 days. If he's nice to you, stops talking about that white blood and order. Let me turn this down because I'm watching that Ashley Grace thing or whatever with the little midget girl was a kid but allegedly is not a kid, but we don't know if she was a kid or not. You know, that shit is good. The Good Family, y'all gotta go see this on Hulu. That shit is something to watch. But yeah, I'll pay you $25. You know what I'm saying? And then when Nepal came up, this is the thing I didn't like. I'm not even gonna hold you. The interview was cool, whatever and stuff. It's mostly they was talking about shit we already knew. It wasn't really nothing new because if technically he's going for an appeal, it's not much they can really talk about because it'll ruin it. Royal Queen, you listen. The way it's looking with that judge and her giving, like, why would you give bond to Edos or Edos? Because it was multiple Edos that she put the pictures up of and Erdivers. You get what I'm saying? And she's a racist. You get what I'm saying? She's a racist. That paperwork that Fufu just put up, I don't know if you've seen that paperwork, Royal Queen. You might, if he don't come home, he's going to get another trial. He's definitely getting another trial because that judge lady is a piece of work, and we didn't even know it. I was shocked. I was appalled. How do you make fun of a person losing a child? How? And then go on the internet and post that? What kind of judge are you? It's we gotta see. Because just because they gave it to him, there's people I know that got 100 years and gave back 75. So you can get time, and always, if you have the right amount of money. And see, that's the thing. He's still going to need a good lawyer. He's still going to need a lot of things. And they refuse to work. They were trying to tell him the other day, if you trying to help him, like for instance, the Saneter interview, I hope they got a nice little coin. But even with that interview, and you got a nice little coin, it's still not going to be enough to pay for counsel, the proper counsel, to even help this situation. So he may not come home because of them, and as far as their financial stuff, just keeping it a buck. Just keeping it a buck. And then the gag is, even if he does come home, he's going back to jail. Mark my words. That's another bet we can have, Fufu. $25 if he's nice and likes you and give a fuck about all the things that you did this whole time. After 30 days. That's bet number one, Fufu. Bet number two is that when he comes home, he doesn't get back on Bigo, knocking y'all heads all around and putting y'all in the closet, and he doesn't catch another charge. Because I told you, there's other people that actually been great for real. See, and that's the thing. But see, the judge refused a lot of his, how should I say it, his evidence. And that's illegal. But if you don't have a lawyer that's really paid, that's going to go at it. And I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking about from what I think or CSI or any of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? Where it's certain things that the judge will try and do, but if your counsel doesn't push the necessary things for it to not be done, it's gonna get done. It's a lot of illegal stuff the judges do every day, but it's up to the judge, the lawyer, your counsel, to do their job. And if your lawyer ain't shit lawyer, like Booker was, and don't nobody really care, like he not popping, they don't care. It doesn't matter. That none of that matters. You can Google it like what Efuru did. You get what I'm saying? None of that matters. Even with them transcripts, there's a reason they're holding those transcripts, because everybody has gotten their transcripts in a timely fashion, and he still has not. That's unheard of, to not get your transcripts over a year. That's real. That's real. Hey, Monique Six, that's real. And that's against the law. That's against, because even though people are criminals per se, criminals still have civil rights. So if you don't do things according to how the ledger of the law goes, it could be any little thing. That's like Booker at the end saying he feels sorry to the victims. Even though that's the right thing to do, he was his lawyer. He can go, oh, I had the wrong counsel. He can act like Booker was against him from jump. It's so many ways around. You can spell somebody's name wrong in the paperwork and get your shit thrown out. You understand? So I'm just talking about, regular stuff that people think won't get your stuff thrown out. People think you got to go through a whole big thing to win cases in appeal. You really don't. The only thing to that's against him is how he's been acting since he's been locked up. He has been acting a plum nut, and they've been acting a plum nut. So just like him sitting in jail for life, it was his decision for not taking the 7 years. Him not getting his appeal is on him for not trying to act like he's trying to change or convert himself or want to change his ways or be a better person. It's still all on him and them. It was never about the law, because this is the facts. They would have never offered him 7 years and took a grape off if they knew for a fact that he raped that person or they thought that she was raped. They'll never do that in the law, ever. They did that so we can move along and we don't have people getting tested and people jobs. People about to lose jobs. If he wins that appeal, people's gonna lose jobs. Because we seen it. Evidence was tampered with. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on that wasn't supposed to be going on. So of course people need it to be quiet. People need it to go away. So that's all it's about. It's about it going away, because then people got to answer questions. Why was this? How was that? It don't matter what he said in the interrogation. It's what you can prove. And if it was done accordingly. Because if that's the case and they had that interrogation thing, that's the funny thing. That became something when they made it something, because they had it the whole time. So being they had it when they offered him 7 years and to take the grape off, they had no then. That wasn't new. They had no way before they offered him 7 years. They had no way before I think they offered him, what was it, 14 the second time? And they had the no way before they offered him the 30. So that doesn't even matter. It mattered when they needed him. They needed a win. It didn't matter. They didn't care then, because they would have never tried to offer to take it off. They'd have took anything else off. Hey, Justo, bro. They'd have took anything else off. They would have never took that grape off if they knew 100%. Oh, we getting that. Point blank. Period. So none of that matters. Everybody's talking about what he said in the interrogation room, because if it did, they would have just went. He'd have never got an offer for anything. He'd have went and did his trial like everyone else with no offer. And most of the time, when you have more than one, what you call it? Fucking, because I had a little patrol incident, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? If you got more than one of those, if they're trying to give you an offer and play in your head, they're gonna take the one with the least amount of time off, because it still look like a win, because we just gave that person a shitload of time. It's about giving people more time, not less time. So it doesn't matter. And as much as I don't like the nigga, as much as I can't stand the bobble-headed bitches, I'm a realist. I'm not just going to say whatever just because to appease people, because that's what they want for it to be. Because that's what everybody wanted. And now look what we got. We got a judge that's racist against Palestinians. We got a judge that kept denying bail, right? For a person, yes, he's a cult leader. Yes, he's an alleged rapist, all of the above, right? But you giving bail to people that touch children and unalive people. Wouldn't that all be the same? You get what I'm saying? Great. Being an Edo, being an Erderer, like, you know what I'm saying? So why did some of those, why would an Edo get bail before it just doesn't make any sense. But back to the Saneter interview. Yeah. The thing I didn't like with that is as far as how Saneter came at Nepal. Nepal, was trying to have a woman conversation. But see, the thing is with the females, they'll talk normal to dudes, but they talk crazy. So I already knew that that's how that was going to go, just because Nepal is a woman and they be fake trying to bully women. You understand? And talk crazy to them. She was asking real questions. She was being real genuine. And Fufu just was getting real extra and spicy. Oh, you don't care about him. Oh, yeah. And yeah, girl. Like, you just doing way too much for a person that doesn't like you. Hey, miss. You doing way too much for a person that does not like you, can't stand you, don't want to be around you. And like I said yesterday, he gave you away for free to somebody he met on Bigo. You're doing too much. But Saneter, as far as like being at Nepal, are they still married? Because I haven't been around. Saneter is one of the first channels I really like frequented. Like when he had like Red Pill and all of them on there, like when like Young Pharaoh first started, like I was around them, right? So it's like I ain't really been around in a while. So I think they're still married. They should still be married or whatever they was doing or something. But yeah, even if you don't agree, like talk to her on the back end. Like I didn't like it, like him, it's almost like he was chastising her in front of everybody. Like, why are you talking to them like that? They came here because they felt like they could get a fair, whatever the hell and stuff, right? Where I get where you coming from, where you want your guests to be comfortable. But what's the point of the interview if people can't ask real questions? You get what I'm saying? Like, if we can't be unbiased, and I get it too, where it's like he might have an appeal, so you got to be careful about the questions that you're asking. But see, this is where you're supposed to go through the questions and have questions before you do the interview, and it shouldn't be a on the spot thing, because most people's not going to think like that. Like, oh, I got to worry about this person's appeal. I got to ask this. Nobody's thinking like that unless that's what you're going to do on the back end, or talk to them. What questions can I ask? What can I ask? And all that other stuff, right? So that wasn't really her fault. That's their fault. Because if they cared so much about this appeal and what people think, and if the wrong person says this, that's on them. You shouldn't be doing no interviews with nobody. You should be working on that legal stuff instead of being on somebody's interview, because the people have questions about things. And the stuff that Nepal was asking about or whatever is stuff that the whole world has seen already. We seen the little slapping thing. Y'all can say it was a skit. I don't know what it was supposed to teach us, because y'all keep saying it was a skit to show us something. Show us what? I don't get it. Show us how to slap people? What's the most efficient way and the angle to hold your hand to get a good smack out of it? I don't understand. So, it's not like she was asking questions that they had to answer that were new information to us that was going to shake the world or change anything. The DA and them seen all the thousands of videos that have been out for years. They've already seen all that stuff that she's asking about. So it's going to be the same stuff brought up. It's not like it's any new damaging information that Nepal was talking about. And that's where you're right, Royal Queen. There you go. We agree on something. They are not going to be able to get a fuck ass thing. You understand? So there's things and there's ways in whatever. But even though they lied on the phone, because she recorded the person and she lied. You get what I'm saying? If the paperwork exists, they can still tell you the paperwork exists though. And not trying to be funny, it's not about them getting the paperwork either. They were supposed to give it to Dusty Nuts. Dusty Nuts is supposed to have all of his own paperwork. Everybody that goes to court and has a court case, whether it's a civil case, a criminal case, family court, whatever court you're going to, by law, they have to give you all of your paperwork. Every little piece of paperwork that has anything to do with it. So even though they can't get it, he's supposed to have his paperwork. And the fact that he doesn't have his paperwork is where it becomes illegal. They can't get a fuck ass thing, but he can get the paperwork and he can mail it to whoever he wants to mail it to. They can go get it however they want to do it. But to deny the lawyers, and this is what I say where money comes in. If he got a lawyer, right, like worth his salt in Georgia, like a bulldog, the lawyer could actually go get that fucking paperwork. They could get that paperwork. Because I've seen that shit done. They could get that paperwork. But they're going to have to pay a good coin. And they don't have a coin because they don't want to work. They don't want to work. They think everybody's going to give them this money for it or whatever, but they need at least a good 50, 60K. You get you that. You get you one of them type of lawyers. A lawyer that's been around, the one that the judges and the DAs, all of them know because he keep coming there beating cases and fucking shit up. He'll get the paperwork that he needs. No, the lawyer really can know. See, and this is the thing. Like, I'm not trying to argue with you or nothing, because I get where you coming from and where you see things. I'm talking about life experience with people I've dealt with. I'm talking life experience with myself. You get what I'm saying? I'm not talking about nothing that I think, see, or Googled. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Georgia is different. Maybe New York is a little more lax. I don't know. Maybe Georgia's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Oh, I thought you said, I'm sorry, Royal Queen. I thought you were trying to be combative. You know what I'm saying? I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm like, what she mean the lawyer can't? Are you crazy? But you understand? That's the thing. But they not in the right money. They not in the bag. Money is what's really stopped this and stagnated this whole situation. And they refuse to go get up off their little bony behinds and go get a job. Go do some Instacart. Go do something. Y'all say y'all love this nigga, right? I'm pretty sure he would not be upset about y'all going and getting a coin and giving it to him. He been stealing from y'all for years. For years. For years. So this is the time for you to go and do that. The hell, they're crazy. No, Royal Queen. But it's crazy. And that's what they don't understand. Nature Boy is his own worst enemy, and his wives are all their own worst enemy. Because nobody's making sense. Nobody's making sense. It's just like with the whole beginning, with the bail. Anybody that's been to jail or interacted with people that's been to jail, you don't waste your money on the lawyer's money on getting a bail. That's something you just don't do. You just don't do that shit. You understand? Because if you like that and understand what jail is about, I'ma sit here, I'ma get out, I'ma fight my case. You wasted all that money and still had to sit in jail and fight your thing and not have enough money for the proper counsel and had to just get whoever you could afford. You can't play with your life like that. All your so-called Bigo friends like Brandon and all of them. And that goes to show with the wives where y'all bitches is dumb too. Because Brandon clearly ain't helping y'all. Hey, Ewan. Brandon clearly is not helping you. But y'all over there on his agency, going live under him and he's getting taxed off y'all. And he owed Dusty Nuts like $5,000-$10,000 when he was free. So y'all just have it all confused and are doing all the wrong stuff. Interviews and stuff, unless people is paying you like $10,000, and this is real stuff, and we know that's not happening. But I'm just saying, unless people is paying you $10,000, right? You're playing yourself doing an interview with anybody. Because even how Zoca got up there looking a plum nut, they can use that in the pill too. Like, look what he's done to this young 26-year-old girl's brain. Look how he ruined their lives. All by y'all sitting on the interview, nothing to fuck up. That's all. It's all it takes. It's all it takes. So if y'all care that much, ooh, shit. Hold on, y'all. If y'all care that much, the interviews is not the way to go unless people is dropping big bags. And you're gonna take that money and get a real lawyer. Right, exactly. Mike Brown not helping. Nobody cares. And they think that when they do these interviews and they do these lives and whatnot, that we all care. Exactly, Royal Queen. And that's my point. Where Fufu, you're doing too much. That's why I bet Fufu $25 that after 30 days, he gonna kick her to the curb. She's gonna be a punching bag again. She's going in the closet. She's gonna be called all type of KKK, white blood bitches, and all type of shit. He not gonna care about none of these eloquent little things that you're putting together, because that takes work and effort, and I will give Fufu her flowers for that shit because it do look professional. It's just you're marketing to the wrong crowd. You're marketing to the social media, and it's not helping you. This is time to be fucking quiet. I know it's hard for y'all to be quiet, but this is when it's the time. It's the time to be quiet. Exactly. They are their own worst enemies. Y'all can say it's all of us and haters and y'all doing this and y'all are doing this shit all on y'all own. Y'all don't need no help from none of us. And like I said, even in the interview, she's like, I hope everybody keep the same energy. Cola is definitely going to keep the same energy because I said what I said, but it does not negate that he's a piece of shit. It just don't. So he's always going to be a piece of shit to me until he shows me otherwise that he's not a piece of shit. And that's kind of hard to do, with the things that have went on. When you take ownership for this fuck shit that you created, then maybe I'll be like, maybe he's changing. He's not. But as of yet, no, he's still gonna be a piece of shit. It's just I'm gonna be right in what I said in the beginning. That's it. That's it. I could hate you and still not be like and still not believe that something happened. But it still don't make you a good person. You feel where I'm coming from? I think people had that confused when I said what I said about Nateri and me believing what I believed or didn't believe. Means, oh well, Nature Boy is a good person. I think people really thought that when I said that. No, he's a piece of shit, but I deal with facts, and that's all I'm gonna deal with. And you know what? That's probably what it was. But real talk, Fufu should have just did it by herself. Even though Fufu and them bug eyes that she kept making was looking crazy, she would have had a better result than having poor Zoca up there going off. And like I said, Zoca, you got a warrant, girl. You have a warrant. You have a warrant for contraband, girlfriend. They just don't feel like coming to get you. But who knows after this interview? Because it's like y'all just keep pissing on the law. We ain't saying that you gotta agree with nothing that we clearly are not saying that. But you gotta make sense of it. You gotta act like y'all got some brains. If I was him and I came home, I wouldn't fuck with them. I really wouldn't. I don't care how much they did. I wouldn't fuck with them because I would feel like y'all stupid. Y'all keep going on these interviews with these people that's not sending me no money. Well, I don't know if he's sending him money or not, but I highly doubt it. And like I said, they might have got maybe $1,000 or something tops, if that. And I'm being generous when I say $1,000 for that interview because they'll talk to anybody for enough for a pack of honey buns to send him. They'll talk to anybody. Y'all can cash app them right now like $100 and they'll tell you the whole life story for a whole hour. So I'm being nice when I say $1,000 because I'm hoping at least they had enough sense to tax people. But we are dealing with the people that be talking about cosmic currency and all this weird shit. So you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. They might think a couple $100 is something because like Royal Queen said, they can't get $300 a week. They worried about $300 a week. And then thank you for bringing that up. If we do the math, right? Let's just hypothetically say they were able to get him $300 a week, right? If they would have saved all that, and this is the thing, he don't really need $300 a week. I don't know what it's like in Georgia. I would think the commissary is cheaper in Georgia. Because in New York, fucking $50, $75 a week will do a person justice. You'll have a lot of soups and tuna and whatever the fuck else they got. It will do justice. Trust me. Okay. I know you don't need no $300 a week for no commissary. They don't got no ribeye steaks and filet mignon. That's not what's going on. So either you paying for protection, which we know now he's not paying for protection because he's in solitary. So $300 a week for what? And then I don't know how it works in Georgia where, like for instance, in New York, you can save commissary. So let's just say I'm getting $300 a week and I don't go to commissary, right? That can stay in my account and accumulate. So unless he's trying to save the money for a lawyer, which we know he's not trying to do that, none of it made any sense and is not making any sense, and he's not going to come home because of just stupidity. And I heard that she's into a lot of money, but I'm still on the fence with Shu. Because some people, because I don't believe Aya is still there. I honestly believe Aya left. And Shu allegedly got Aya a job. You know what I'm saying? And I know she, chills with Aya a lot, like when she's on Bigo and all that other stuff. So I'm like, I don't know how that will work, but then I don't know either because there's times when she's on the live with Aya and she's talking about Nature Boy, where if you're supposed to be my friend or trying to help me or whatever it is you call yourself doing, and I ran away from a cult leader and I'm trying to just live life, why you keep talking to me about this motherfucker? You get what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to figure Shu out. She is? I don't see, and people said no, that's not true, that the girls that Malia and them is still in Georgia and Aya is back in California and Shu allegedly is in California or something. But like I said, I haven't really been on Bigo enough because she's a new character to me. So I don't know anything about her. I just don't like certain things. I feel like she's fake with Aya. As long as you trying to help the girl and you really genuinely help her, then fuck what I think. But sometimes people help people and still be fake, and they is a motive behind the help. If you feel where I'm coming from. So even though she's helping her, I don't 100% feel like it's genuine from the heart help. It's something else on the back end that Aya is not aware of. And when she becomes aware, it's not going to be a good time for her to become aware. If y'all feel where I'm coming from, I feel like Shu is fake. I will say that. I do feel like Shu is really fake. But whether she's carbonation stuff, that I don't know. So I can't really speak on that. I just know she talks way too much about Nature Boy to a person that don't give a fuck about him. And I is just so sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, I just tell her to shut the fuck up. Oh, you don't want to talk about that nigga. She do too much. Too much. And oh yes, as y'all see up there, if y'all would like and feel it in your heart, donate to my nonprofit, Nusaka Hope. You understand? I'm helping homeless families and children get gainful employment and life skills and whatnot, and learn financial literacy so that they don't ever have to go to nobody's fuck ass homeless shelter and none of that. Like Aya and Efuru and excuse me, Aya, you not. I'm sorry, Aya. I'll be forgetting. That wasn't for you. That bullet you caught a ricochet. That wasn't for you. Zoca, Efuru, and Malia. You know what I'm saying? I could be helping y'all. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't want no help. Y'all don't want no help. You know what I'm saying? So it is it is what it is. But please, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. Let me see something. How does this work in this chat thing? Let me see something. Does it drop it in the chat when I do this? So the link will come in there. Make it easy for everyone. Okay. Did it go in? Okay, it did. All right. Y'all can hit that link. You know what I'm saying? Donate 5, 10, whatever you feel in your heart. Thank you, Ewin. And then when I get it up off the ground for real, if you happen to be in New York, you come in New York for vacation, you can put in some volunteer time. Hit me on the back end or something. DM me on the Real Cola James or Nusaka Hope, because I got an Instagram for Nusaka Hope. But go to the Real Cola James and DM me. And let me know what skills you got. Because I know I got some smart people that's in Cola Gang that got careers and all type of good stuff going on like that. And we can help these people stop living check to check and live life. Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I'm trying to still, figure out this restream, but I'm just saying it's just real odd that Easter is coming up and he was talking all that Easter fuck ass stuff. If he gets it appeal or comes out, I'm gonna be a little spooked. I'm gonna be a little spooked because, like, nigga, how did you predict that? But but like I said, even if he does get a retrial or whatever. Okay, Kabbalah. Okay, so hit me up on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I need volunteers and stuff when I get this off the ground and everything. Volunteering makes the soul feel good. But yeah, like, they gonna ruin it. So even though she did all that stuff, thank you, Ewan. Even though they did all of this fuckery, it's not gonna help, you know. So everybody just keep calm. Even if he gets it, just keep calm, because he's gonna fuck it up. He's gonna fuck it up. Okay. If he comes home, I don't think he'll be home 30 days. He's going to fuck it up because he doesn't feel like he did anything ever in life in his whole umpteen years of this carbonation foolery. He doesn't think he did a fuck ass thing. So, don't look at it as a fail. Like, oh, damn, he came home. That sucks. Don't look at it. Because trust me, if he comes home this time, he's going to do something that they're going to put him in where Prince York is at. I mean, excuse me, Dr. York is at or some fuck shit. They're gonna put him in ADX or something. He's never gonna be around people. He's gonna be underground. It's gonna be very bad for him. Very bad. So maybe he needs to take the time. But see, like I said, we're not dealing with a person with sense, and it is jail. And I know nobody wants to be in jail. But jail right now might be the best move for him for at least 5 years. So he gets his brain together and then can move correctly. And then maybe they'll leave. You know what they remind me of? Have any type one if you've ever watched Orange is the New Black? Before I do this analogy, If you've watched Orange is the New Black, the character, what was her name? The little white redhead lady, not the Russian lady. It was another lady, Myrna. And she never would talk. She never would talk. And you know how they do the background stories of all the inmates, like the poppin' inmates, like what got them there and all this other stuff, right? Her story was a cult leader is what the hell got her there, right? And there's a reason why she doesn't talk no more. Well, actually, no, she never talked, but it was annoying to the cult leader. She met the cult leader. She was young and juicy like the girls are, had all her life ahead of her and stuff, and she just kept following this nigga. She followed this nigga for years, right? So one day, she followed him so long, she was the only person left. One day, her and the cult leader, you would think she's happy now, like, damn, I made it through all these bitches. I showed this, I'm a real one. It's been 30 fucking years and I'm still here. He gonna love me? No. That nigga turned around on the cliff and said, why are you still here? What the fuck are you still doing here? And she just got so enraged. How dare you? I just gave up my whole life and pushed him off the cliff. I don't want that to be their story, but that's what it's given. Especially Malia, that's what it's given. Don't push Nature Boy off the cliff and then do the rest of your life in jail. That wasn't funny. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But that's what they give me. All the stuff that woman did, and they don't care. It's just like with Fufu. He's not going to care. He didn't even give a thank you. See, that's what I would have did. You know what I'm saying? If I was him, I wouldn't have said nothing about no Velvet. I wouldn't have tried to play no fuck ass mind games. So that's all that was when he said the Velvet and kissed my daughter and all this other shit. I wouldn't have said nothing. I'd have gave them girls they flowers for once in my life. I'd have been like, I love y'all. Y'all my queens. Y'all held it down. Y'all stayed around when everybody left me. Y'all are out there starving and alone and don't got 2 pennies to rub together. And y'all still trying to like I would have been pouring my heart out to those ladies. Not talking about I don't care what you did to me, Velvet. I still love you. That was your exit papers then, ladies. Then. There's not enough love in the world for a person. Oh, Zoca got a warrant. But see, they don't care. They know Zoca crazy, I think. So they don't care that much to go and get her. Like, they know where she's at. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they care enough. She got like a bench warrant. Like that, I'll catch you in the street type warrant. Like if she go and I don't know, jaywalk or something, or they don't have a car, so she's not gonna get a traffic anything. Or if she's in the car with somebody or whatever, and they get a traffic stop or something, and they run her stuff, they'll be carting her little behind off to jail, like that. That's what I thought too. That's why I said Georgia is a wild place. Because it is a felony. That's why I was confused. Why they just letting her just shimmy around. Her and the other people just that was allegedly a part of this whole little scheme just shimmy around. Exactly, Ewan. That's why we gotta get on their necks. Fuck carbonation. Carbonation is it's just trash. It's trash at this point. They're doing all the work. There's no more work to be done. There's no more work to be done. Because they do it themselves. Just when they open their mouth, when they hit the live button, is all the work is done. The fuck we need to do? Like I said, I'm gonna have a good time. I'ma laugh when I feel like laughing, and that's it. Cause now it's a skit to me. It's a sad skit, but now it's a skit. Cause this can't be life for these people. This is crazy. All that other shit was real. Y'all could sit there and play like y'all want. Like y'all just doing that shit for free. We just slapping people and putting people in the closet for free. And then, in the interview, Zoca tried to compare what they were doing to like the Bad Girls Club and Love and Hip Hop and all that. It is not the same. It is not the same, because at least they're getting paid to be fighting people. Y'all are doing this shit for free. It's not the same. And I agree, Royal Queen, and that's exactly what it's gonna be. And see, it'll be stuff like that where he's too dumb to go with it. He's still gonna think he's smarter than the system and try to work around it. Because technically speaking, he's not even supposed to be talking to them now. That's why I said he's his own worst enemy. So even if he does get a new trial and an appeal, they're gonna bring all that stuff up that he was told not to do and he's still doing. It's real sad, Kamala, like with Jackson Juju. But like I said, they fringe members. They gotta get it together. They got some mental health shit going on that they need a psychiatrist. We can't help them. Somebody with a degree or some shit for psychiatric help or something. That's what they need, because they're a different type of crazy and they scare me. They scare me. Dusty Nuts is just a master manipulator. He's not trying to hurt nobody except for weak people. Jackson Juju, I think their brains is loose and they screws is shaking around. So you never know. It's just like how, like with the Manson family, you get what I'm saying? How Charles Manson was sent wherever the hell he was, and then told them like get to slicing and dicing, and that's what they did for no good goddamn reason. Juju and Jax is they not mentally stable to me. The rest of them that be talking that cash money gangster shit, they got a little bit of sense about them, and they not trying to really end it all like that. Maybe Zoca, but Fufu ain't trying to really jump out the window like that. Malia definitely is not trying to jump out the window like that, because she can't jump out the window like that. She's sick any goddamn way. But no, fucking Jackson Juju, for y'all to be that wrapped up. And even with Juju, allegedly, Juju was kicked out. Juju ain't even really combination no more because he got a little Toto and a girlfriend, and Dusty Nuts ain't like that shit. Which further makes me think you was probably touching that little boy. Because Juju the only person that was there that didn't have to pay a dowry to be there. So what did you pay with? I thought you supposed to extend the kingdom, so why the hell he can't have a girlfriend? He's a baby. Exactly, Kabbalah, and that's all he got to do. If he try to act like getting some program, this is what you listen. Even though none of y'all is going to jail, but I'm just saying, if anybody like when you go to jail, go get in programs and stuff. Program yourself the fuck out. Show them that you still not on fuckery, or you're not that you're still not, because change doesn't come that fast, but show like the direction of change. Like I'm pointing in the direction of positivity. Show them that. Don't get in there and still talk about you, Jesus Christ, and all this other weird shit, and then fucking with people on Bigo. You know what? He probably is Ewin, but he's in solitary right now, and that's why I said, like, he do one thing and get that tablet taken away, he might unalive himself. That tablet is the only thing that's keeping him alive. And I don't wish that on nobody. I don't want nobody to unalive themselves. Okay. So when I say that, I'm not saying that to be funny or I hope that it happens. I'm just saying that's the only thing that's keeping him alive. He don't give a damn about his circumstances. And that's what's messed up. And that's why I said he's gonna be his worst enemy when it's time for an appeal. He's gonna waste some more money. But like I said, they're not gonna get enough money. Like there has to be like a superpower lawyer that's gonna feel some type of pity on them and do it pro bono. Because they're not gonna make the money to actually physically pay a lawyer. They're not. That's just the real. I'm just being real. So unless some famous person with millions of dollars feels pity on them, they're not getting no money. And you know what's crazy, Royal Queen? You know why they keep doing that to Malia? Malia is technically the mascot at this point, because she's went through so much. She's almost unalived herself to just be there. She's gone through a lot, right? So if she stays there, it almost gives off a fake front, like we're still, carbonation is still live and kicking. You feel what I'm saying? Because most of us really, really give more of our fucks about Malia than the other two like that. We care, but we care more about Malia. We're not even gonna lie, right? So if Malia's not there, everybody be looking like, what's going on? It's just like in the interview. I'm in the chat asking, where's Malia? Like, because that's why the fuck, if she's the queen, like y'all say, even if she's not talking, why can't she just sit there and be a queen? The queen ain't got to talk. Just sit there and let them talk, right? That's why it's suspect. Anytime she's not around, it's something not good. It's something not good. Because Zoca allegedly has a hand problem. Not only does Zoca have a hand problem, but allegedly, Dusty Nuts is telling them to still beat people from jail. See, these are the things, right, that nigga you won't get an appeal. Because that's dangerous. To have that type of control over people's minds is dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. They're not letting nobody just run around on the street like that. That's worse than having a gun. That's worse than having a gun. To be able to control people that deep in their mind that you didn't bring anything to their life except for misery and pain, and they want to risk it all for you because you done tap dancing their brain so hard and played around with their emotions that they don't know up from down, left or right. They don't know what the fuck is going on. Right. And see, Royal Queen, this is what I'm talking about. He's not, and this is the thing. If we all knew that that was Nature Boy, that what the fuck was that quantum physics, that name and shit? When that shit first was popping around, I'm like, that's this nigga. Just going off how they act when certain things come in the chat. If we know that that's him, right? The police know it's you. The correctional facility know it's you, Nature Boy. And then all they got to do is take that tablet. You can delete whatever you want. Nothing on tablets, computers, phones, any of that stuff is ever really deleted. It's deleted from people like us that don't have a deep knowledge of how to dig into the motherboards and all this other fuck shit. It's deleted for us. But for the professionals, it's there forever. They can find it whenever they want. How do people think that these people with child porn keep getting locked up? Because they be thinking they're erasing shit. They ain't erased the fuck ass thing. You just erased it from the surface level. That's all they need is that tablet. Messages, or you could erase. It's not going no fucking where. A copy, as he be doing, is probably getting sent somewhere. That's like on the jail phones when they tell you that they recording. He's stupid. He's fucking dumb. So rest assured, people, don't get crazy. You know what I'm saying? If he gets an appeal and whatever, it's not gonna last forever. So just, like I said, I'm just calling it like the fuck I see it. And that's how I see it. But it's not gonna last that long. It's not gonna last that long. Look who we're dealing with. Always keep that in mind. Look who we are dealing with. He doesn't have enough basic common sense to take a gift like that and hold on tight to it. Be appreciative of it. He gonna think he created that. So that now I created this, because it's like they think that they created the fact that the judge got outed. No, the judge being stupid got shit outed. They don't got shit to do. But if they want to believe that they created that, then believe it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's gonna do when he come home. He's gonna believe he created the freedom, right? So now I created the freedom. Now I'm gonna create a way to keep the freedom without having to do the work. And he's gonna go whoop, straight back to jail. Like he never left. Like he never left. So either way, it's gonna be a win. It's gonna be a win. This blink camera is too damn sensitive. I do not want to know people's business. Hold on. I do want to know people's business. Hold on. I had to be nosy sometimes because I went got a blink camera and it's like I gotta turn the sensitivity off because everybody it'd be like bling, bling. I'm like, who is this? Is this a package? No, it's people. Exactly, because Kabbalah, you're welcome, but he didn't take it because he thinks he's Jesus. That's why. The arrogance. Because anybody, and this is real talk. I'm sorry, I was clapping and I'm holding the mic clapping. So that might have sound crazy. Let's just hypothetically say, right? Nature Boy never did shit ever in his life. He was just a regular black man walking down the street one day and they just snabbed him and said, you did great. You understand? Threw him in the white man jail, right? If people knew they was in Georgia, you had no fucking chance. The South is not like, you have more chances the higher up you go. The places like Georgia, you ain't got no chance. They locking people up for weed in Georgia. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you would still take that 7 and then worry about it on the back end. That nigga's like, I don't want to register as an ex-offender. Worry about that on the back end. And then it would have made more sense because listen, y'all, he'd have been home next year for real. That's my whole point. Y'all doing all this shit, he'd have been home next year, or no, excuse me, 2 years if he'd have took that 7, right? So now, you'd have been able to come home, you'd have been able to be on Bigo, because that's the most money he's ever made, besides stealing them PPP loans. We ain't got no more PPP loans, so that's over. Bigo, he could have got enough money, got a lawyer to reopen the case and get that ex-offender off and get the proof and whatever the fuck he needed. You see how common sense works? He doesn't have that. He just looked at it and was like, oh, they're offering it, so maybe I could beat it. No, don't play with your freedom like that. And then they thought they was being nice because I think it was 10 or 14 before the 30. So you got 3 different offers. 3 different offers. And said no. Okay. That's what they said. Oh, we see where you're going with. We see how you giving it up. Now we're gonna fry you. Because we were being generous and you throwing our generosity in our face. So now we're gonna fry you. And that's why it happened the way it happened. That's in that song. Being stupid and arrogant. Everybody think because he repeat Google shit that he's smart. Like, he's smart, but he's dumb. You know, some people, you could be smart, so smart that you're dumb. That's a saying. That's really a thing, to be so smart that you're dumb. Because a lot of people that are really, really smart, or book smart, or Google smart, or whatever stuff, lack common sense. Common sense is not as common as we think, people. And he lacks common sense. Common sense would have did him more justice in this whole situation than pretending he's Jesus and manipulation. And that took way too much work. Just basic common sense and shutting the fuck up would have helped him. Yeah, don't quote me. I'm thinking I have to go back on somebody else's live, but I believe it was 3. But even with it being 2, that was 2 more than you were supposed to get. 2 more than you're supposed to get. It's like even with the stabbing stuff. The story was told already. That's why when I was sitting there, like in Saneter's thing or whatever, and the girls is like, he lied when he told Saneta that they thought he was a GD. That's not why you got stabbed. The story already came out way back. You was being too extra, like we all knew you was gonna be, and talking too fucking much. And the little niggas got tired of you fucking talking and stalled on your ass and poked you the fuck up. Nobody thought you was a gang member. Nobody thought none of that shit. You got to give people a reason to think that. Were you throwing up gang signs? Were you saying gang lingo? Were you doing, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way somebody's going to assume that you're a gang member. And then even if they're assuming that, you understand, like, you don't even know the people you're talking to, whether they're in the gang. You don't know nothing that's going on in your surroundings. That's what it was. You came there being braggadocious and got poked the fuck up. The South is wild. People's getting poked up for every and anything. And that's what the girls got to understand. Every day people getting poked up for bullshit. The jails is fucked up. Which y'all think, oh, he doesn't have any lights. You know how many fucking people around the country ain't got no fucking lights? But everybody's supposed to feel sad for him when he put himself there, when he conjured himself to be there, because he kept repeating to you stupid motherfuckers every time and disrespecting y'all when he was out here talking about he don't want to be around y'all people. Y'all not real. He want to go to prison with the real ninjas and shit. And now he there. Everybody want to feel bad. That's where he wants to go. That's where he wants to go. Y'all supposed to be happy for him. He finally made it. That's what he been trying to tell y'all he wanted to be. And that speaks volume when a person tells you that they rather be in jail than be around you. That speaks volumes. I would never say that to anybody that I'd rather be in jail around them. I'd rather just tell them to get the fuck out my face and get from the fuck around me. Like, I ain't about to tell nobody I want to be in prison. I want to be in prison with the real bitches. No, I'm not. No, I don't. I'd rather be out here by myself. No, thanks. Bye. Leave. Go home. Let me go find some new dummies. It's that simple. Everything leading up to this he caused. Even with witness Harry, you should have never let her come back. And I'm just keeping it a buck. You got one time to snake me. And people never understood that because I cut people off like it's nothing. You understand? Once I feel like you a snake or you moving weird and shit like that, I don't know if because I'm a Capricorn. I just cut you off. Like, it's not no beef. It ain't nothing. I just don't fuck with you because now I feel like you a detriment to something I got going on. You understand? Like, I might forgive you once, but I always remember that you got that shit with you. So I'm gonna be watching you. And the minute I feel like it's looking like the shit you did before, you got to get the fuck from around me. Immediately. If I ask you nicely or if I ghost you and disappear and you press yourself on me, then I might just punch you in your jibs. I might do some crazy shit to make you really want to get the fuck away from me. So like I said, everything that he's done from day one of this fucking shit has been his own decisions and bad decision making, just period. Just period. Right, Miz? They was tired because it's like you have to produce some shit. He always want to talk to people like he's the biggest, the baddest, the best, the greatest, the whatever, and you're not because you can't produce shit. Because all this stuff that you're talking about that you was doing out here, right? You should have been able to get $300 a week. Where was all the people on Bigo with the zoom zooms and the bang bangs? Where were the people dropping $20 for dragons and shit and just back to back to back? Where's the Ebby Mays? Where's the Brandon Keys? Where the fuck is the TK? Where the fuck are they? Minding they fuck ass business. Stupid. You not even good for $50 a week. I don't even think they're making that. That's like they tried to do some back call thing so people could call in and they were trying to charge people $20 to listen to their knowledge on Telegram. They still doing that fuck ass stuff because I tried to get in that shit. I really did. But you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, but I'm not paying that $20. I was trying to find a way around it and get a link from somebody and it just didn't work. But they're doing everything grasping at straws to get this change, and then I do it right. That's how I know they didn't really get paid. If they got paid anything, they really didn't get paid nothing for real for that interview. If they got paid, because they just happy that anybody with numbers will talk to them. No, you need a coin. People got to talk to you in dollar bills. Y'all are fucking stupid. What the hell is this thing on here? Because like I'm talking to y'all, but I'm just like looking at the restream features. I'm like, ooh, what can I do here? What can I do? But I need to stop doing that because y'all know what happens when I do shit like that. The shit just get all the way fucked up. So let me stop touching shit. Let me stop touching shit. I'm gonna leave that alone. Exactly, even the real gangsters is quiet. That's how, even though we all knew this nigga ain't never been to jail, ain't been to nobody prison, this just proved it. Because it's like everything you did, even from talking in the interrogation room, you stupid. They tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So you dumb. They don't care, even with him saying they don't give a fuck about your explanation to the no. They don't care about none of that. You wasn't supposed to say shit. You supposed to say talk to my lawyer. Take me back to myself. I have nothing to talk about. I don't even know who she is. Leave me alone. You understand, ladies? But you want to just chat, think you can out talk people and it didn't work. But anyway, thank y'all for coming to chill with the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, let me drop the link one more time for New Soccer Hope. Please drop a donation or hit my Cash App, Cola Gang 1, and the donations will go there. Hit a super chat, whatever the fuck you need to do or want to do for me is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do good things, you know what I'm saying? Because I have remorse, unlike Dusty Nuts, for how I was as a younger running around in the streets terrorizing shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to help people. Okay? So let me put this in here real quick. Yeah. And yeah, y'all can hit that link. Anything is appreciated. Thank y'all. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend. And I think I'm done, but I said I was done yesterday with talking about them, but it's just the layers keep unfolding of fuckery. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, love y'all. Good night.